The BM-21 Grad is a Soviet truck-mounted 122 mm multiple rocket launcher. The weapons system and the M210F rocket were first developed in the early 1960s and saw their first combat use in March 1969 during the Sino-Soviet border conflict. BM stands for Boyevaya Machina, and the nickname Grad means hail. The complete system with the BM-21 launch vehicle and the M210F rocket is designated as the M21 Field Rocket System. The complete system is more commonly known as a Grad multiple rocket launcher system. In NATO countries, the system was initially known as M1964. Several other countries have copied the Grad or have developed similar systems. The M21 Field Rocket System with a BM-21 launch vehicle entered service with the Soviet Army in 1963 to replace the aging 140 mm BM-14 system. The launch vehicle consists of a Ural 375D 6x6 truck chassis fitted with a bank of 40 launch tubes arranged in a rectangular shape that can be turned away from the unprotected cab. The vehicle is powered by a water-cooled V8 180 horsepower gasoline engine. Has a maximum road speed of 75 km per hour deep. The original vehicle together with supporting equipment is referred to by the Grau Index, 9K51. The launcher itself has the industrial index of 2B5. In 1976, the BM-21 was mounted on the newer Ural 43206x6 Army truck. The three-member crew can emplace the system and have it ready to fire in 3 minutes. The crew can fire the rockets from the cab or from a trigger at the end of a 64-meter cable. All 40 rockets can be away in as little as 20 seconds. But can also be fired individually or in small groups in several second intervals. A PG-1M panoramic telescope with K1 collimator can be used for sighting. The BM-21 can be packed up and ready to move in 2 minutes, which can be necessary when engaged by counter-battery fire. Reloading is done manually and takes about 10 minutes. Each 2.87-meter rockets have a range of 30 kilometers and more. Warheads weigh around 20 kilograms, depending on the type. The number of rockets that each vehicle is able to quickly bring to bear on an enemy target makes it effective, especially at shorter ranges. One battalion of 18 launchers is able to deliver 720 rockets in a single volley. The system has lower precision than gun artillery and cannot be used in situations that call for pinpoint accuracy. It relies on a large number of shells dissipating over an area for a certain hit rate on specific targets. Nonetheless, because of the short warning time for the impact of the whole volley, the BM-21 is still considered an effective weapon. Adaptations of the launcher are produced by several countries including China, Czechoslovakia, Egypt, Iran, North Korea, Poland and Romania. The Egyptians domestically manufacture the rockets SAKR-18 and SAKR-36 with a respective range of 18 kilometers. Rather than a standard he-frag round, the Egyptian military prefers a 23 kilogram. The Halwan Machine Tools Company also produces portable systems with 1, 3, 4 and 8 launch tubes. Since 2006, Hamas has fired 122 mm Grad rockets. Copies made in Iran, and Eastern Bloc versions modified to expand their range into Israel. The rockets were believed to be brought into the Gaza Strip via tunnels from Egypt. Some of the rockets were of a Chinese Grad variant. Hamas sources said they were pleased by the performance of the Chinese variants of the BM-21 Grad rocket, which demonstrated a far greater range and blast impact than Palestinian-made rockets, as well as Russian-origin Grads or Katyushas. Hamas have used small man-portable single-tube launchers for rockets in attacks against Israel. Designated 122 mm 9P132, BM-21P. The 122 mm Grad rockets used in Gaza have a range of about 40 kilometers and can reach the Israeli towns of Ashdod, Beersheva, Ofakim, Gedera, Kiryat Gat, Ashkelon, Sderot, Rehovot, Kiryat Malachi and Gan Yavne. They also published a clip-claiming device mounted used as a multi-barrel rocket launcher on vehicle used for first time in Gaza. On the 7th of April 2011, the Iron Dome system successfully intercepted a Grad rocket launched from Gaza for the first time. The rockets were launched without their dedicated platforms and by untrained operators, which causes very low accuracy. Over 50% of the rockets miss entire cities and over 10% end up hitting the sea. The Homicho Ammunition Engineering Complex produces the rockets while the Bischoff II Motorization Engineering Complex produces the launching tubes and has converted existing trucks to diesel engine. Bischoff II Motorization has also produced a 6-tube launcher to be mounted on light trucks. DIO from Iran produces copies of the BM-11 and BM-21 systems that can fire the original Soviet rockets as well as the locally developed Arash with a range of 20.5 kilometers. There is also a rocket with a range of 75 kilometers. Various 122 mm type rockets were deployed by Iraq during the Iran-Iraq War, modified to deliver nerve agents to targets. This included the 40